Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're not familiar with who I am, my name is Nthabi, and welcome to my channel where fun things happen. So stick around, you'll see. Anyway, so if you don't mind me asking, please leave a comment down below, like this video if you like what you see, and subscribe. Also tell me what you thought about the show that we're gonna be reviewing today, because yes, we're changing things up a little bit. Today I'm going to be doing a review of a new show on Showmax called The Wife. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, but yeah, if it's something that you're interested in seeing, please keep on watching. Okay, so before you start, just a few disclaimers to get out the way, right? So number one, the series is inspired by the book. It's not based on the book, so not every single detail is going to be in the series. So don't frustrate yourself if you've read the books and you're just like, but that's not how it happened. No, this is not. Like, just enjoy the show for what it is, but know that it's inspired by the books. It's not based on the books, because you're just going to frustrate yourself and you're not going to enjoy it for what it is. And secondly, it's not going to move at the pace of the book. In the book, they have time to expand. In a series with 20 minutes, please don't lie to yourself. And also, we don't know how many episodes are in like the first season, so obviously we have to rush it a little bit, right? So you need to understand that as well. Like, things are gonna move fast. Some details are gonna be left out, some are gonna move pretty fast. So this is not, because it's like taking a book and making it and condensing it into a 2-hour movie. It's not gonna make sense to want to linger and wara. So you need to also keep that in mind. And what else? Also, I only read the book after seeing the first 3 episodes. So that's another thing. You don't have to have read the books to enjoy the series. The only reason why I went back and read the books after watching the series was like, I was like, heck, this is what I like. This is freaking entertaining. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to read the books. So I went back and read the books. You need to be 16 and up, not even 16. You need to be 18 and above to read those books. So to the young span that's watching this, do not read those books if you know you're not 18. But anyway, that's besides the point. But it's hella entertaining. So I read the book, and let me just tell you, it took me a day because I was super excited. Didn't eat, didn't do nothing. Listen, my whole focus was on that book. I was engulfed. I was gone, girl, for the book. So yeah, that's the disclaimer that I wanted to say. So you don't have to have read the books in order to enjoy the series. You're still gonna enjoy it nonetheless, because it's a really amazing show. I know other people are gonna have their own opinions, but my opinion is that it's an amazing show. I enjoy it. I am excited. I just love it. So firstly, let's talk about casting. Impeccable. Obviously, you're not gonna tick all the boxes. Let's just get that one out the way. You're not gonna tick all the boxes, because at first I was like, all these brothers are not tall. Because the Nova character is not tall. And also in terms of ages, they are much older. Like the 3 are much older in the series. The 3 last ones are much older in the series because they're already in varsity, whereas in the book, Hlomu met them when they were small, like still in high school. So late teenage years, that's when she met them, and that's why she became like a mother to them. But now they're much older, which I wonder how they're gonna like work it out in the book. I mean, in the show. I wonder how they're gonna work around that, like how Denchi relates to the brothers when they're older. But it is what it is. So the casting is great. Each character literally embodies their character. Like, it's insane. They brought these people from a book to life, and I'm enjoying it. Firstly, Hlomo. Oh, that girl is gorgeous. She is beautiful. The girl that plays Hlomo, if I find her name, I'll put it, like her real name, I'll put it like on the screen, as well as like all the other actors. Hlomo, like every time she appears on screen, I'm like, shucks, this girl is beautiful. And I think they captured that so well, because even in the book, that's how, like, she's constantly described by other people around her, that, oh my god, like that thing that it always catches you off guard, like how beautiful she is always catches you off guard. And like how, you know, I don't want to say noble, but like she's a good girl, man. She embodies good girl energy. So they captured it well in the casting as well. Like the lady that plays Hlomo, love it. Now let's go to the Zulu brethren. Nkosana, amazing. Amazing. That guy is Nkosana. I don't care what other productions he's going to work on from here on out. His name is Nkosana. I don't care. Okay? He is, like, he has a presence about him. He, you know, he just embodies the character that is Nkosana. And then, I don't know, between Sambulo and Mkhele, who's older, because I saw the order in the books, but I forgot about it. But I know Mkhele is the right-hand man to his older brother, Nkosana. But yeah, Mkhele, I sense the crazy, I sense the danger, I see it, and I'm just like, perfect. Liena, though, he's not extremely tall. You can't get everything, guys. But that guy, could, like, even the mannerisms, everything. I think this is like where I could tell that, whoa, this is what method acting is. What? Anyway, so yeah, Mkhele is amazing. Like, he is, like, you can see it in, like, you remember in the book and how he was described, and like listen, this guy even got the mannerisms that you can only imagine, because obviously you're reading a book, so a lot of the work is on your imagination. And then there's Kawe. Kawe is gorgeous. I don't want to I like Mkhele's allure and sex appeal, and his, like, you can see, man, this guy, he's like a submarine, ne? I like it. It has that thing, ne? But then, Kawe, oof, child, that man is beautiful. He is gorgeous. The connecting beard, the hair. He's a beautiful man. Okay? Anyway, then Sambulo, the weed smoking guy, I'm like, yes, this makes sense. He looks older though. I'm not gonna lie. He looks older, like the actor looks older, but he's a good fit as well. I enjoy it. No, but guys, Ngoba is perfect. Like the Kanakimang, what's his name? I forgot his name, that guy. He's short. He's a short fuse. Like, he embodies that character so well. I'm like, yes, this is the Ngoba I have been reading about. This is the Ngoba I know. Because he's a short fuse. And Hanahani. This is him. Anyway, and then we move on to the three young ones. Mkotri, Mpande, and Ntsika. When we are saying comedic genius, comedic relief, we mean those three. I love the twist of it, because in the book it was Ngoba who was written as the one with always the comedic relief, and basically the one making the jokes and just, you know, the easy one basically. But I love what they did in the show with those three characters, because it is hilarious. It's a tense, like, it gets tense, it gets, ooh, sorry, it gets tense and then gets nyana romantic and just butterfly, and then it just gets funny when those three are on screen. So I absolutely love it. I love the casting. I love the people that they chose. It's amazing. They are doing a marvelous job, and also some of those actors I didn't know. So that's one of the things also I love about these shows, is the fact that then they bring new faces to the surface, that then we get to see just how talented South Africans are, South African actors, and we get to experience their talent, which is what I enjoy about these local productions that Showmax every now and again. I absolutely enjoy the casting of this show and how it's written as well, how it's shot. I'm loving the angles. Listen, I'm not a film student or someone who knows extensively about film and television, but I can tell you, as a consumer, I love what I see, because I love looking at nice things. I love looking at pretty things. So I absolutely love the visual of the show, like how it's graded, the angles that they use, and the fact that there's a moving camera. It adds other dimensions to the show. The camera's not always still, it's not always still. You can see it's someone moving with the camera, based on the shots that you see, which I absolutely enjoy, as a package, right? Yes, there's a bit of growing pains, when it comes to the transitioning is not always smooth. It just blanks out, and then it's not smooth. But I understand that those are growing pains in editing, basically, because those are editing things, right? So it's in post. It's not how it was shot, but rather how it was edited. That's the problem. And I hope they do fix that for if they are done editing everything, then I hope that they fix it in the next season, and I pray and hope that they get a second season. But yeah, those are some of the things that the gripe that I have with the show. But overall, it's an amazing watch. I absolutely enjoy it. Firstly, I wanted to comment on a few details of the first 3 episodes and why I'm already okay. So a few comments about the first 3 episodes. Comment number 1. Hi, my girl Shomu. Emotionally, she has vacated the building. I feel sorry for Sandile. Okay, so firstly, we are introduced to Sandile, her boyfriend, who happens to be her fiance in the show, much sooner, because they changed those details, right? So instead of him being still in Durban and whatever, being as DDD, he is a DDD who is a doctor, whom they are cohabitating out here in the Joburg streets. They are technically engaged, but I even wonder, did he pay lobola, or are they just engaged the Western way? Because she does wear a ring, but she keeps sounding about them talking, setting a date, basically getting a move on in their relationship, especially considering they have been together for 7 years, and she's just but there's no movement. Although Sandile Shemai, I won't fault him, he's focusing on his career, guys. He's a doctor. This is something that clearly he wants to do, he wants it to be. But the casting of Sandile is also one that is very hilarious, because this guy is serious. Especially because he does not even notice the fact that his woman, emotionally, she has vacated the premises, okay? And the fact that she is being swept off her feet by a taxi driver. Or then again, a taxi owner, you know what I'm saying? He's moving up the ranks. So that is one of the first things that I noticed. I'm just there was already a huge gap open for Mkhele to come in and do his thing. Also, I want to talk about Mkhele. He is a focused gent. That guy, when we're talking about big D energy, it's Mkhele. Because firstly, how do you rub the hand and the ring given to the girl you want by another man? This is when I knew this man is crazy, guys. This is when I knew that this guy Kizimba. Because how? Go taking that scene. I mean, I'm just like, clearly this man, no, he's not normal. Hell no. He's not the type of man that takes no for an answer, which is scary. It's exciting, it's adventurous, it makes your blood rush. But then when you think on the flip side of that, or how it can essentially affect you, the person that he pursued like that, scary. But we're not going to focus on that yet, because it's still the courting stages, it's still the romantics, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, that man is crazy, guys. Like, if he could shapa his younger brother Castina, which happens to be Kawe, who saw Hlomu first in the series and fell head over heels in love with her, but was too slow, clearly according to Mkhele, then who is a Sandile? A ring? That's not a mountain. What are you talking about? He sees what he likes, he goes for it, goes for gold. That is Mkhele. Like, you're not gonna tell him that he can't have something. Who are you? Anyway, so that's another, you know, that's another detail that I noticed. You know what I'm saying? Also, in their climbing up the ranks, I'm talking now about the Zulu brothers, in their climbing up the ranks at the Taxi Association, what I didn't see coming was the fact that, like, when Nkosana was, like, said to be, you know, the one that they chose to be head of the Taxi Association, and he's like, nah, I'm going to give it to Mr. Tlagana, or whatever his name is. I was like, okay, that's a bit strange, because this is now a completely different storyline altogether, which I'm just like, interesting. But anyway, yes, and the, you know, the cash in transit heists, there, you know, that's a detail that is also there in the show, which then begs the question for me that I wonder, because Hlomu is actually the one that's covering that story of the cash in transit heists, right? Whereas in the book it was covered by Lerato. So I wonder how that story is going to wrap up, like how she's going to find out that the now love of her life is a career criminal, and in fact behind the story that she's now covering. I wonder. But I think also, per my projections, is that she's not gonna find out, like, probably she might find the bag, because that's what happens in the book. She might find the bag with money, because we know that there is a bag with money. After the cash heist, the monies were, you know, distributed, and that is why it was between Mkhele and Nkosana. They were the ones basically distributing the monies and saying where this one is going, where this one is going, blah, blah, blah. And then Nkosana gave Mkhele the bag of money, was like, keep this one safe. So I'm guessing that's the one he keeps in his that thing, man, wardrobe, under his clothes and stuff. So I think Hlomu might find it and then start piecing together the puzzles and find out through her work, and not necessarily through Mkhele, that they are in fact career criminals, and that they are involved in cash in transit heists. Also, basically, because in the book she finds out much later that they were involved, because I guess she's naive, so she finds out that much later in the book, whereas here I think she's going to find out, which then might then cause an internal struggle with her in terms of integrity versus love. I think, like, if we're going to be, you know, typical TV show, I think that's what might happen. And anyway, it's a telenovela, so it's a typical TV show, come on. So that is something that I've been enjoying. So I think those were those were the things that stood out for me. Oh no, how could I forget? Save the best for last. That kiss. This is why I say Mkhele is a man with a plan, a focused king. Firstly, he waits at the office, guys, waiting for Hlomu to chase her, to take her to work, to bring her back home, and ice cream and whatever. And then eventually, like, Hlomu gives in and is like, what do you want from me, dude? As if she doesn't know, but basically she's just like, what do you want from me? And he's like, no, I'm trying to show you how serious I am about you, you know, let me take you out. And then she's like, okay, cool, let's see what you got, right? And then he takes her out to this nice, like, jazz club-esque place where, like, Msaki's performing and it's all nice and she gets lost in the moment. And, like, I love also the fact that she narrates in the background, like, and on some, oh, Mahlomu, what are you doing with this bug-eyed, you know, taxi driver girl? Like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? And she gets lost in the moment and she really enjoys it. And he also lets loose a bit. Like, obviously you can still see that this guy is square nyana. Well, not necessarily square, but, like, you know, he's mkhele, guys. He's not loose, he's tense. Yes, he's a tense guy. So they get lost in that moment, they enjoy it, and then on their drive back home, I busy telling her, this is only the beginning, baby girl. Nkosazana, Ntokazi. This is only the beginning. But then Hlomu, in her decisive nature, is like, I had a great time, but I cannot allow you, you know, I cannot allow for this to happen again. You know, I have a man I'm spoken for, I'm serious about him, all of that stuff, even though Mkhele is already in the gap. But, like, you know, on some, you know, I'm serious about him. You have a beautiful spirit. I hope you find someone that is for you. Hey, and I was just like, on some, oh, poor guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, give him a chance, even though you don't want to say that. And then he goes, so when she gets home, part when she gets home, gets into the apartment, you know, still jittery, butterflies, all of that stuff, gets in, finds Sandile in a mad scrub, guys. Like, brother is doing hectic self-care. He's like, no, he thought to surprise her, he was on call and he asked someone else to cover his shift for him, therefore because he wanted to spend time with him. So he's telling her a story in the background. He's like, no, let me just go wash off this mask and come back and tell you the story about what happened at the hospital today. You know, I saw this couple married 45 years and basically similar story to ours, and I was just like, you know what, I'm wrong for what I'm doing to my girl. I should be more present, I should be this and that. Meanwhile, as he's narrating the story, there's a bang on the door, guys. Papa, then she opens the door. I get it, babe, go bathroom, opens the door. Hey, Mkhele in the flesh. It's like, no, I'm not leaving here yet without my kiss. He didn't say that, obviously, but I was just like, way to end the night, you know, seal it with a kiss. Dude has major sex appeal, gets in, says nothing, walks like close to her like this, starts kissing her, bruh. He has nothing of this. Like, this is why I get something like Didi, guys. Doesn't know what's happening. You're busy telling your girlfriend that you'll do better, or rather your fiance that you'll do better. At that time, her soul is being snatched and she's gone. She's no longer yours. Basically, they kiss like this hot, passionate, amazing kiss, and then like, and then, like, obviously tells him, like, pushes him, like, to go out. And this is when we know that Mahlomu is gone. She is no longer with Sandile. This is when she emotionally broke up with Sandile. Well, she broke up with him like days ago, to be honest. But this is when we know she has vacated the premises. Anyway, so Sandile, in his true DDD style, comes through on some, you know, baby, so tonight it's just you and me, cuddles, TV, and whatever. And then this is the part that kills me. He comes up to me, saying, smell it, smell it, smell it, saying to smell his face. And then he's like, lotus flower bomb. Like, what? Lotus flower bomb, my guy. Your girl was basically just taken from you, and you're gonna be out here talking about lotus flower bomb, sir. Anyway, then obviously the show ends. at the end, Mahlomu then narrates again on some, oh, Mahlomu, sisenkingeni. And I'm just like, girl, you think you have to leave now? You have to physically leave that place. But yeah, anyway. So that's what happened in the first 3 episodes of the show, and that is why I am completely for it. That is why I am completely and utterly entertained, because of the shenanigans and everything. It's not too serious, man. It's a telenovela, guys. Like, in life, you can't take yourself always too serious. Enjoy it for what it is and not for what you hope it is going to be or what you hoped it would be. I think that's also another thing as to why I'm having so much fun with it, is the fact that I'm enjoying it for what it is, for what I'm seeing on screen, and not what I'm hoping to see or what I'm hoping they would have done better. Although I'll talk about that in the next episode of the other 3 episodes that have been released, you know, to go a little bit deeper about like that whole aspect of wanting the screenwriters to have written it differently and stuff like that. But I really did enjoy it, and I hope that you enjoyed my review as well, and look out for the next one because it's hot on the heels. But otherwise, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day ahead of you. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you later.